at least they know that there could be something, And as I said, I think he tries to. I think when I say I think, it doesn't mean I know, because then I say I know. It's just it's one of these things how I see it, and I don't want to go into any particular occasion, because then it seems like water under the bridge now, and then we just start a conversation, because I don't wish Mick any bad things in life, because I think he's a nice kid, He's a nice kid. It's just like, and I really hope that it works better for him somewhere else, And I think we had 2 years. They were not fantastic, but they were not bad at all, because he got the opportunity 2 years to drive in F1, with us. And I think it wasn't all bad. I always go back to when I was critiqued, you don't get anything out of Mick, how you manage him. When he get points, nobody said, oh, he got points now. That is because how is you managed him, And I don't want that. I don't need that. But it's like the same people, they just see always the negative. But going back to negativity again, people like to be negative. You do everything wrong, but then he scores. Last year in Austria and Silverstone, he does a good job. Nobody came back and said, I think he's doing a good job because you managed him how you managed him, And again, as I said, I don't need that, because that pat on the shoulder, because I was happy for Mick that he got points, that his confidence came back. That is because I'm the first ones who want him performing, because he's part of the team. And me being blamed, I don't want him to perform. I actually call it pretty stupid, because I run a team and Mick is a big part of the team. So my biggest wish is that he performs. So it's not difficult to understand.
It's very interesting, though, this, because we talk often on this podcast about we live in a world now of opinion, as you see, with the rise of sort of social media anger, particularly around Formula One. Whereas we often talk about empathy. If you can find an understanding, find common ground with someone, understand the life they've lived. And I wonder whether a bit of that, maybe that shield or that barrier that Mick has or had, is perhaps because of the name on the back of, on the car, like, is because he's a Schumacher, because he's grown up in the spotlight, in the glare, and they're naturally a very private family. I wonder whether, like, you are just, like, what you describe yourself as searingly honest and dangerously forthright.